What is going on? I hope you are having an epic day. In today's video, I recently received my Coinbase One card, and I've been using this on almost every single purchase to receive cash back in the form of Bitcoin. I love this card, and I love seeing Bitcoin stack up every time I use it. But I wanted to take a look at other crypto credit cards to see if anything else out there even compares. No, I'm not talking about you. And I found one, the Gemini credit card. You can receive up to 4% cash back in not only Bitcoin, but also XRP, Solana, and over 50 other different cryptocurrencies and stable coins too. It almost sounds too good to be true. So we are going to check out the Gemini crypto cashback credit card, plus so much more. I'm your host, Tech Hustler. And here we are on the Gemini homepage. That's going to be Gemini.com. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you a spoiler alert. I personally think the Coinbase One credit card is better, and we'll go why at the end of the video. And you know, maybe the Gemini credit card is better for you, but for me and in general, I do think the Coinbase One credit card is better. Another thing is, I couldn't even sign up for this card. I could not sign up for a Gemini account. I couldn't sign up for anything Gemini. When I tried to, we would get to a screen that said, we send you an email and you got 30 seconds to enter this code in to further along in your account. And I never received the email. I tried multiple emails, multiple browsers, multiple computers. I could not sign up for a Gemini account. And the last thing I want to talk about before we go over this, when I was doing my research, every single video I saw, they were basically pushing their referral link. And the referral link is very profitable, but every video seemed to not only be sponsored by Gemini, but also pushing the referral link. So I just wanted to give you my 2 cents real quick. Now that I have done that, let's dive into the Gemini credit card. Starting right off, and I hate this for Gemini, I really do. I want to be positive, but starting right off on the home page at the very top, I already see a contradiction, and that's sort of like a red flag. So the card of the future, earn up to 4% crypto back on every purchase with no annual fee. So sounds great. 4% crypto back on every purchase. But when I go down here, it says 4% on gas, EV, and transit. Not every purchase. That's what the Coinbase One card is doing. But anyways, you can see there are a few different cards you can choose from. The Bitcoin card, the XRP card, the Solana card. Now, these are just what the cards look like. It doesn't matter what card you get. Within your Gemini account, you can choose your cash out options, which will be anything on the Gemini platform. I think it's close to 60 different cryptocurrencies as well as stable coins. But let's check out the cash back options. Once again, gas, EV, and transit, 4%. And you can see it right there, 4% up to $300 a month. That equals out to around $12 a month in crypto back, which it could be better. It could be better, but you know, you might not be spending any more than $300 a month on gas anyways. 3% on dining, 2% on groceries, and 1% on everything else. And they are offering a $200 in crypto bonus when you spend up to $3,000 in 90 days. I know a lot of people out there like to do what's called credit card flipping, where they just get credit cards to earn the bonus and then they stop using those credit cards. I don't know if $200 is worth it for me, but some people out there do that. I personally don't recommend it. Now, when it comes to spending that $3,000, once again, remember on the 4% category, it has a cap of $300 a month, and I couldn't find a cap on the 3%, 2%, or 1% category. If you know, let me know in the comments down below. And this is why I like these cashback crypto credit cards. It's a passive way to invest in cryptocurrency. Look at this right here. Bitcoin is an investment. Points aren't. Bitcoin rewards earned on the Gemini credit card and held for at least 1 year have appreciated an average of 277%. And you know, that's just Bitcoin. You have over 50 other cryptocurrencies that you can choose from to passively invest in. And you know how altcoin season can get. Although we haven't seen one yet, you could pick a coin, you could passively invest, and you might beat the rate of return that Bitcoin gets. But you know, the only thing I can ever recommend is Bitcoin. And you can also just choose a stable coin if you want to play it safe. And here's the referral program, which is great. As a matter of fact, it's amazing. But when I went to go do my research on YouTube, I felt like I couldn't find any unbiased opinions because it seemed like all the videos were sponsored by Gemini, or they were really trying to push this referral program. It was almost like it seemed like the best part of the Gemini card is the referral program. And maybe I'm salty because I couldn't sign up for an account, but you know, by all means, I'm not. And if you have a Gemini referral code, please put it in the description. Oh, excuse me, you can't put it in the description, but put it in the comments down below. But with all that said, let's see what's so good about the referral program. Refer friends, earn up to $5,000 in crypto. I mean, I see why they are pushing it. Get $50 in crypto for each referral and an extra $250 bonus each time you make 5 referrals, up to 50 referrals per year. This is actually pretty crazy. Once again, I'm not mad. And if you do have a referral, put it in the comments down below, and maybe someone will use it and you can get your 50 bucks. And I hope you make 5,000. And that pretty much does it for the Gemini credit card. Now we're gonna compare it just a little bit to the Coinbase One card, and I'll go over why I think it's better. But by all means, maybe the Gemini credit card works better for you in your situation. But for me, in my situation, the Coinbase One card is a no-brainer. So anyways, 4% on gas, EV, and transit, up to $300 a month. When you do the math, and I'm pretty sure my math is right, I think my math is mathing, but that's around $12 a month, you know, with a max of $300. That's around $12 a month. That's not a lot, but once again, I don't even know if I spend $300 a month on gas, EV, or transit. Now, there is 3%, there is 2%, and there is the 1% categories, and I don't know if there is a cap, if any. Once again, if you know, let me know in the comments down below. But let's compare this right here to the Coinbase One credit card. So with the Coinbase One card, you can get 4%, you can get 3%, you can get 2.5%, you can get 2% cash back in Bitcoin on anything. On anything. When it comes to the Gemini card for 4%, you know, you're limited to gas, EV, and transit, 3% on dining, 2% on grocery, 1% on everything else. With the Coinbase One card, it's on everything. Now, there is a catch, but even with the catch, I think the Coinbase One credit card is better than the Gemini card. So the catch is you have to have assets on Coinbase to receive the percentage of cash back. And your assets determine how high of a percentage of cash back you're going to get on Coinbase. But don't worry. Tier 1 right here. As long as you have a Coinbase account and as long as you have assets under $10,000, so you can have $1 in Bitcoin or $9,999 in Bitcoin or whatever other assets on Coinbase, you're going to receive that 2%. And remember, on that 2%, you can spend that on anything up to the first 10,000, and then it's going to be 1% right there. So let's compare that to the 4% right here. I mean, $12 a month right here, 4% up to $300, or 2% on anything up to $10,000. That's going to be $200 a month. And all you have to do is sign up for an account. And this one, I do have a referral link. And like I said, the more assets you hold, the higher your cashback percentage is. So for 2.5%, $10,000 to $49,000. For 3%, $50,000 through $199,000. And once again, 4%, you have to have more than $200,000, and you can get 4% Bitcoin back on anything up to $10,000 a month. So if you max that out, that's $400 every single month. So that's pretty much going to do it for today's video. Once again, I don't have a referral link for Gemini, but if you do, put it in the comments down below. Now, I do have one for Coinbase, so I'm going to pin that in the comments. And if you use that, we both make a little bit of Bitcoin. So thank you so much for using my referral link. Other than that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. My name's Tech Hustler. Also, go over here and subscribe to my new channels, Tech Hustler Shorts and Tech Hustler Clips. Other than that, happy mining, happy stacking up that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Peace.